Welcome to the show. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of programming languages, particularly focusing on a unique experiment known as autology. Now, if you're not familiar with Lisp metaprogramming, don't worry. I'm here to guide you through it and make it as engaging as possible. So, what exactly is autology? Well, think of it as a functional programming language that has this game-changing feature. It can access its own interpreter. Imagine being able to change the rules of a game while you're playing. Sounds intriguing, right? Autology is essentially a Lisp language written in Clojure, and it allows for a level of dynamic reconfiguration that's quite rare in other languages. Now, why would someone even embark on creating something like autology? The creator mentions doing it mainly for fun and to explore a neat idea. It's a bit of a playground for programmers. Autology isn't built for efficiency or speed. It's designed to allow programmers to toy with the very fabric of the language at runtime. Picture it as a sandbox where you can not only build castles, but also change the laws of physics that govern how you build them. You might be wondering, what can you actually do with autology? Initially, you might want to add functions, something the language lacks out of the box. By rebinding an internal variable called I, you can create new functions and rewire how your program behaves dynamically. It's like having a remote control for your code, allowing you to tweak expressions and even redefine language behavior as needed. For example, if you wanted to add support for defining functions, let's say a simple double function, you could redefine how the interpreter recognizes and processes the function syntax. You start by grabbing a piece of the interpreter responsible for evaluating list expressions, and then you insert your new definition. It's like opening up a car hood and tinkering with the engine while driving. Exciting, right? But autology isn't just limited to simple function addition. You can experiment with different evaluation strategies, like switching from applicative order to normal order evaluation. You could even design a metacircular Lisp within your program that has access to both its own interpreter and autologies. The possibilities are endless. Now let's take a moment to consider. What does this kind of flexibility say about the future of programming languages? It opens the door for a more interactive and creative coding experience. This could democratize how we understand programming, allowing more people to engage with concepts that are typically thought to be overly complex or intimidating. In conclusion, autology is a fascinating experiment that challenges the conventional boundaries of how programming languages function. It invites developers to break the mold and play around with language design in a way that's both fun and intellectually stimulating. As we wrap up this deep dive, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What excites you most about the idea of dynamic language modification? Do you think this kind of flexibility could become a standard feature in future programming languages, or do you see it as more of a niche tool for experimental coders? Thanks for tuning in to today's conversation. I look forward to our next deep dive into the ever-evolving world of programming. Stay curious and keep coding.